Dr. Amber Hill.
And I'm James Hill.
And we bring you the Love Experience podcast.
We'd like to thank our sponsor, Renee Inc. once again.
So we just excited to bring this content to you. Everybody been asking us what have we been doing in our relationship? Why has our relationship lasted so long? And what makes us unique? So we bring you that love experience. So Bae, I'm gonna call her my Bae. Bae, why did we start the love experience?
Well, we started to see a lot of relationships struggling. A lot of our friends, they were getting divorced. They were really having some internal issues in their marriage. So we decided to start the love experience. We brought the first one to the home. We would have couples come in. We would party, have competition, and that's where it began.
Yeah, so we typically have like a lot of couples now. Lately, they have been saying that they've been on the odds. And James and I have been married for 23 years. It'll be 23 in October.
Right.
What's our anniversary?
October 9th, but it's 22 years right now.
It is not October 9th.
October 8th.
October 8th.
October 8th.
Women, how many of your husbands have forgotten your anniversary? And typically it's me that forget that it's October 8th. But somehow today you forgot our anniversary is October 9th. So how did we start?
Take us back.
Because, we always, in every relationship, everybody has their side of the story of how they actually met, right? Well, James and I is totally the opposite. We totally our stories is totally different. He's going to not tell the truth, but I am going to tell the honest truth of how we actually met. So back in 1998, we met at Wright State University. Woo, shout out to my Raiders out there. And I saw him walking with a friend, and I asked him, did he want something to eat? Because I was a scholar athlete. So we had abundance of points. And he was like, sure. And then what happened, Bae?
So we met actually 1997 at Wright State University.
It was not 1997.
We came in 1997.
We came in the fall of 1997.
And we met because we both lived in the woods. So we met. We had encounters. We met high and by here.
So it was the spring of 98 when we finally met our freshman year.
Right.
See, I'm always right.
Right. You're supposedly right. But like she said, she's correct. We did meet. We were walking because I ran out of points like always. Because, in college, you got points. And so we were running low. So we didn't have nothing to eat. So we were walking to where we were going.
The calf.
Yeah.
On Wright State.
Yeah. So we were walking down there, and then they flagged us down, her and her friend Regin, that plays for the basketball team as well. They flagged us down and like, y'all want something to eat? I was like, oh, yeah. So then we went in there and ate.
We just had great conversation.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think we reconnected our sophomore year, and we just became really great friends. Mm-hmm. Never would I have thought I would have married him because he's totally the opposite of what I thought I would marry.
My bride was not telling the whole truth. So we met at Wright State at the calf. We ate breakfast. And then what I noticed was she had a yellow do-rag on her head. And then she had green sweats. And I'm like, man, what's this girl got a yellow do-rag on? And I noticed her nails, they were beat up and broken. And how she ate her breakfast, she took her fork into the pancake and was eating like this. And I was like, oh. I was like, there's no way we would ever be together.
So why did I have sweats on?
You play basketball.
I played basketball.
Right.
Where did I just come from?
I don't know.
Basketball practice. Right. You knew that.
No, I didn't.
I just came from basketball.
No, I didn't.
And back in the day, natural was not in, ladies. So you have that natural wrap. I had to keep it nice and tight for practice because it was sweating. So, of course, I'm going to come from practice with a headscarf on my head and some sweatpants. And he said he asked me.
I sure did. Like I said, I did ask you. So we had breakfast, we had conversation, and that was it. And then
we reconnected.
Right.
On campus somehow.
Yeah.
We don't know. But it was just on a friendship level. And our friendship grew all the way up to our junior year. And then what you do?
But like I said,
what you do?
Jumping around.
What you do?
What you mean?
Ladies and gentlemen,
So
we was friends, and
we
he
were
touched
friends.
my leg,
Yeah,
and I
we were
told
fri-
him what? What did I tell you?
I
Don't touch
remember.
me.
Yeah.
Don't touch me like that. We ain't on that level. We're friends.
But how long was that?
That was about 3 years.
That we were friends? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah.
He tried to take it to another level.
No,
and
I just tried to.
He's tried to what?
I ain't trying to take nothing to another level. I just touched your leg. That's it.
Why did you touch my leg?
Because you told me not to. That's it. You told me not to touch your leg, so I touched your leg. You were visiting your mom. Your mom was at your apartment, and you was like, "Don't touch my leg," or whatever. And then you ran up in the house, and I came in there, spoke to your mother.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time I met your mother. Then we just chilled. I mean, basically,
And we were just friends.
Yeah.
And then he took it to the next level. Then we end up conceiving our first child.
Right.
But I never, ever, did you always want to be married?
Yes, I always wanted to be married. So in my family, my parents are married. They're married going on 30 plus years. So in my family, that's all I knew was marriage. With marriage, it kept me alive. It kept me safe. Because if I ain't had my parents married, I would have been in them streets. So I'm thankful for that. My parents were married.
And me, I never ever wanted to be married at all, because I came from unhealthy, broken relationships. And at the time, I thought those unhealthy relationships was normal. And I had to learn how to be in a healthy relationship, right? Right. And so when James, after we conceived our child, James asked me to be his wife. How many times?
3 times.
And I turned him down.
3 times. But I was persisting because I knew what I wanted. So, like I said, I knew exactly that I wanted to be a father to my son, and I wanted to be a husband.
When did you know that I was the one for you?
I didn't. It was just that you were my baby mama. So I needed to know, I needed to do what I needed to do.
And the reason why we explain it is because a lot of times people see us now and people think that we have this beautiful, like, love story that's like a fairy tale that we, high school sweethearts or college sweethearts, and we just know.
That didn't exist.
We were just friends. For us.
Yeah, we were
not
just
for us.
We were truly close friends, though.
We was truly,
and that's what sustained our marriage.
We'd go on dates with other people, and then I'd be like, "What do you think, James? Do you think this is gonna be the guy for me?" Of course, he gonna give me false information because he really wanted me young. He really wanted me from the beginning.
Yeah, right. You lying. You lying right now. I ain't even think about you. You lying. No, you lying.
Mm-mm.
You lying.
Everybody has their story, and we always know the women's is always the right story of who pursued who.
Yeah, you pursued me.
But at the end of the day, we've been married for almost 23 years in October. And I believe the third time he asked me to marry him, I really centered myself around God and asked God, was this the husband for me? Is this the man truly for me and to be a great father to my son? And he finally said yes. And I was obedient. And at that time, my walk with the Lord was, I always call myself like that summertime Christian. Summertime I went to the church. Summertime I read the Bible. But at that time, I really heard God tell me to say yes. If he asks you again, say yes. And when he asked, I said yes. And I think looking back, that was one of the best decisions that I
know it was.
I ever made, because we have built something together, and it's something more special when you build together. We had nothing. And when we first got married, they shipped you off. So our marriage was not closely together because you end up getting deployed.
Right, but you got to rewind. So she was going to have the baby. Then I went to the military. Then I went for child support, being a good soldier. And they told me $900 per pay. Now, think, I was only getting $963. So she was going to get child support of $900. I was like, oh, we getting married. We getting married. So I was like, we getting married. And remember I told you, I was like, you going to get $900 some dollars? You were like, oh, I'll give you the money back. I was like, yeah, right. I wouldn't even give it to my own self.
But now that you know the type of person I am,
Right.
I would have gave it back to you.
Right.
Because I believe in
But
can
I
take
didn't
care of
know
my
you.
own kid by
Yeah.
myself, right?
Yeah, but that's the wrong attitude. But
So as we continue to tell our love story, we started to build a great relationships with many, many couples here in Columbus, Ohio. And it started breaking our heart as we started to see some of our favorite couples start to split. And one of the things that we wanted to do is bring couples together in healthy ways and figure out ways that we can keep our couples together. And we're not talking about couples that have been married for 5-6 years. We're talking about couples that have been married 20 plus years. And once their kids transition off to college, then their relations start to dissolve. So the love experience is all about that, right? Figuring out healthy tips to keep relationships together because at the end of the day, no relationship is perfect. No relationship is that fairy tale. And we need healthy tips to keep the relationship to be sustainable. And that's one thing that we're trying to provide for couples. Because it will be seasonals, and every woman and every man is different, and every relationship is different. But what can we do to keep relationships together? And one of the things that we wanted to mention was when we start to look at the data, which brought our attention from the Center of Disease Prevention and Control, CDC, some interesting facts. 42% of marriages are ended in divorce in America. 42%. 86 divorces every hour compared to 230 marriages in an hour. That's crazy. They also estimates 41% of first marriages will end in divorce. 41%. And as many as 60% of second marriages won't make it. Third marriages end in 73% of divorce. And guess what? What you think is the leading gender that starts the divorce process? The male or the female?
the female.
70% of females are in divorce, which is wow. And then the ages of 18 and 24, they're not getting married like we was. We was 20, I was 22 and you was 23.
Right.
They're waiting because they're not seeing a lot of healthy relationships.
And then part of the love experience is to hold you accountable. So we do different events, but to go to these events, you got to do your homework. So we're really going to be testing these couples.
So we're just thankful that you guys have tuned in to the love experience. And I hope that you will continue to follow our journey as we talk about healthy tips on sustaining a relationship. You don't even have to be a marriage. This relationship, we got to start getting healthy tools out there to the masses. So thank you. I'm Dr. Amber Hill.
James Hill.
And we're bringing you the love experience.